It is all or nothing for the Portland Timbers and Seattle Sounders for this, the second leg of the Western Conference semifinals from Geldwin Field in Portland, Oregon.
13 assists. He's playing with an abductor injury. He's going to be so important. Caleb Porter said maybe he can only go about 60 minutes, but he needs to be the one that brings in Ryan Johnson, Wallace, and Nagbe. Considers this a position he feels very comfortable in. Loves to get turned, facing the goal, and create. And one roll of the dice, as I said, Chalry Joseph up top.
In Seattle derby, he handed Seattle's Ozzie Alonso a red card here in the Timbers win last month. Well, it was a rainy night here in what was then called Civic Stadium in May 1975 when this great rivalry was born in the old NASL. 38 years, 83 meetings later, it's grown to epic proportions. His goal, he's nursing an adductor injury at the moment. Nice little flip by Chara. Here's Ryan Johnson, Valeri down the middle. Opportunity for Portland. And here's Rodney Wallace, and he's put it wide. 2 minutes in, and a golden opportunity to calm all the nerves here at Geldwin Field, and it's been missed.
Well, this would have been a dagger for the Sounders. Terrific interplay right there. Hurtado gets sucked in. Both center backs well out of the position as that ball gets brought out. Look at how many Sounders players moved over to that side of the field, and Wallace has to put that away. Now this ball starts to roll away from a little bit. This is the difficult part about playing on this surface. It's going to roll so much faster than natural grass.
Timbers have it back. The starting midfield, if you count 5 of them out there for the Portland Timbers, have been prolific this season. 36 goals between them. Chara with none. Here's Nagbe with his shot, and it's fizzing wide of the post.
Birch is in there to snuff that out. And here's the Nagbe chance. How many times have we seen him this?
Flick on by Eddie Johnson to Chalry Joseph. Dewsbury there ahead of Moffat. Nagbe full of purpose. He drives into the Seattle half, waiting for the optimum moment to thread that ball through. He'll be disappointed with that, but it's still there for the Portland Timbers. Is this the opening goal? It's a good save by Sperning ahead of Rodney Wallace. Not sure what the Seattle Sounders were doing at the back there, but the Portland Timbers almost took advantage.
You have deflected clearance, falls right down for Ryan Johnson, and Hurtado trying to shield it for his goalkeeper.
To the big occasion, played in the Champions League final 2005 for Liverpool. Huge appeal for handball by Jack Dewsbury. Clearly not playing to the whistle on that occasion. He was in a good situation there, Jack Dewsbury. And what will Hilario Grajeda do? He's pointed to the spot. It's a penalty kick. Now I wonder if there's been some communication here between Grajeda through the headsets and his assistant referee.
Well, I saw the AR pretty late put his flag up. Yeah, it looked like it hit his hand. The question will be, where was that hand? How far away was the ball? What was the proximity of ball to hand? There's a lot of questions, but we'll get a good look at it right here. That's a handball.
And there could be another one here in a second. Let's have another look. Will Johnson scored 9 goals during the regular season. And he steps up, right-footed, and scores in front of the Timbers army. Advantage Portland. They lead Seattle by a goal to nil on the night. 3-1 on aggregate.
We'll take a look at the handball first. A little scoop touch. Absolutely a handball. Reaches it well outside. And this is just a terrific penalty. Sent Sperning the wrong way. A little bit of deception. Drops his left shoulder to make it look like he's going to power it to the goalkeeper's right. Opens the hip at the last moment. It's one of the reasons he's been so good from the penalty spot, is he has that ability to send a goalie the wrong way. Him believing that he can take guys on and being a little more selfish, because he came into the league playing 1 and 2 touch and being a simple player, bringing other guys in, and growing into himself has been about maybe being a little more risky.
Valeri finds Dewsbury, and he goes to Rodney Wallace and try and work it on his left foot. Willie Valeri in the penalty area, slides in and scores! What a finish by Diego Valeri! He was on the ground moments ago, fully recovered, and he scored a vital goal for the Timbers.
Well, it's a really poor giveaway from Moffat. It also takes him a moment to get back and defend. Always trying to recover completely out of position. This is such a great little ball in from Wallace. But how about that finish? Ball skips away from him on the turf. Sliding, reaches out, still gets the power in the placement, low, hard, far post.
Quickly. Wallace with the cross. Danso! Futty Danso scores! And the Portland Timbers are heading for a showdown with Real Salt Lake in the Western Conference Championship. They are dismantling their arch rivals, the Seattle Sounders here. 3-0 on the night, 5-1 on aggregate, and it all came from this quick free kick.
How many Sounders players turn their back to that ball, allow the quick free kick? I mentioned earlier details in playoffs. Little details win games. That ball is fantastic, right on the money. Caleb Porter loves it. You know, it's funny, Arlo, I just spoke to him, and we didn't even get a chance to get on air and say what he said before they got the goal, but all he said to me was, next goal is crucial. We're going for the jugular.
We're in Seattle. Flicked on, possibilities here, and at the back post, DeAndre Yedlin. Well, it's ended the Portland Timbers home shutout streak. And a glimmer, a faint glimmer of hope for the Seattle Sounders. 3-1 on the night they trail, 5-2 on aggregate, and almost 17 minutes remaining, and at least some cheer for the travelling fans.
Well, as this ball gets thrown in, just a little flick, far post, and Donovan Ricketts at a moment trying to come out and get that first ball, but it deflects too far, and he just tries to scramble at this moment, get big.
Alonso. Martins into the feet of Clint Dempsey. Now the goal scorer, Yedlin, against Harrington. Yedlin gets the crossover. It's a good one! It's a second! Is there hope for the Seattle Sounders? 15 minutes remaining. Eddie Johnson has got the goal, and all of a sudden, it's game on. 3-2 Portland, 5-3 on aggregate.
Well, talked early on about getting these outside backs forward. Yedlin gets a goal and now gets an outstanding assist. A little change of speed. What a terrific header from Eddie Johnson, rising in the crowd above everyone. Power placement.
Is Chara. Now Dewsbury. Khalif Al-Hassan. Was a lovely turn. He's recovered well and he's fouled in the end. Good skill by Al-Hassan. Long from Traore towards the edge of the penalty area. Possibility here for Clint Dempsey. Oh, a yard or so wide. That could be the last opportunity for Seattle. Kind of sums up Clint Dempsey's spell at the club so far.
Well, it was a great first touch from Clint Dempsey. And Harrington does just enough to throw him off, make it difficult.
Chara still dragged back by Rose, and that'll be another free kick. And that will be just about it. Listen to the din at Gerald Glenfield. It's all over. Hilario Grajeda blows his whistle. The Portland Timbers advance past their great rivals, the Seattle Sounders.